Welcome, welcome.
I have to apologize in advance because English is not my first language. So it's gonna be maybe some missing words here and there, and on top of that, my accent. So, but welcome to the podcast. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. Don't worry, my Spanish is not the best. That's why.
Okay, that's
Y'all
fine.
can help each other out.
Yeah, you're gonna help us. You're gonna help us today as well. Roxy Nieto. So I've been listening to your music, and you have a very beautiful voice, but I've been like having issues trying to define your music
Genre?
because it's not regional music, it's not pop, even though sound like pop-ish. And then to me, like I remember maybe about 3 years ago, I discovered the sad corridos. And to me it was like, oh my God, this is like a very nice music. And I will say your music had this kind of like sad resemble. But I don't know, like how do you define your artist, your music?
Before you answer, I kind of compared a little bit to like Lana,
Right.
like SZA, like that, like fused together type of vibes, like very like chill.
I
Like,
do like them. I have trouble defining it too.
Okay, okay.
you're like, you're
let's-
with me.
Let's try to find out. Let's try to find it out.
I don't know if I know I should have like an idea, but I like so many different types of music. I
Yes.
like
You're
those
just
artists.
exploring.
I am, and everything I've done so far and have yet to release, like I like it a lot, and it's not necessarily the same genre. So I don't know.
How was it that you discovered that you knew how to sing? I mean, obviously you have the presence of like obviously your dad that's a musician, a very like well-positioned musician. So like how was that for you? Like did you just like start singing with him and you were like, you know what, like this is what I'm gonna do? Or how did that happen?
So before I ever sang, I was a musician first. Like I played the saxophone. I used
Okay.
to I went to UNT for a couple of years.
Okay.
Um,
Were you like on a scholarship?
I
Oh,
got a
cool,
scholarship
cool.
to play saxophone and for music education. So I was going to be a
Wow.
music teacher.
Okay.
But I started like music in general when I was like 6 years old, and my grandma gave me like a little keyboard, and it was just very easy to me. And my mom was also a musician. Like in high school, she played the flute, and she did
Okay.
really well. So I feel like it's in my blood, and also
Right.
just I worked on it a lot. And then I
Right.
started playing the saxophone. I got really good at that, and then I went to school for college.
Right.
And I only sang for the first time when I was like 17. Like seriously, I joined choir
Okay.
because they're going to New York. and
Okay.
I was
You were like, I'm going.
yes, I was like, I need to go. Why not?
Right.
And it was really fun. It was really like easy because I was already a musician.
This was middle school or high school?
This is high school.
High school.
It was my senior year. It was right when COVID happened.
Okay.
So I was only there for like half a year.
Okay.
But we did go to New York. We made it. It was like on the spring break trip, and we never came back to school. But that was really fun. Like,
So you're a COVID senior.
yeah.
That sucks. I'm
It did.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like, you didn't get like the whole like, walking across your graduation, or you got it later, right?
We did like a video, and my
Oh,
picture
no.
popped
Ugh,
up.
that sucks.
Yeah, but it's fine. I'll wait till it's like a big graduation. Then I'll
True.
yeah,
True,
that'll
true.
be fun.
Okay. Music wise, and keeping on the topic of your the way you can define your music, why so that you can express yourself in Spanish in your songs, but maybe it's not your preferred way of
Language.
communication language?
So when I was younger, it was my first kind of language. When
Okay.
I was very young, I would speak it all the time, and then we just stopped speaking it in my house.
Okay.
So that I just kind of lost it, but I'm trying like my best right now. Now it's my responsibility as like an adult to learn this better for me and for, for my
Practice it.
career too.
Of course.
I've always listened to music in Spanish though, even if I don't necessarily know exactly what they're saying.
Of course.
But you know what they're feeling. Like,
Yeah.
So I think that's easier for me. And starting off as not starting off as a singer, starting off as a musician first, I listen to the music first for everything. So I may not know even the lyrics of certain English songs, but I'll feel like I know where it's going, and that's how I enjoy music more.
So you can like have the music first, and then you add in this feel like is in love. This feel like is heartbreaking moment. This feels like, and then you add in like the story on the song. I mean, on the lyrics based on the song.
Yeah, it's a lot of music is already, it portrays something without talking. Like being in band and orchestra and playing all this really complicated music, it's this big, grand, like all these composers have made something, and you feel all those feelings without a single word. So I think I take inspiration from that too, like before I write any lyrics down, because that's where I need to work on like putting my thoughts down and making them make sense. Because I know the music, like I know what I want it to sound like, but I don't necessarily put it together the easiest.
Were you surprised when you realized that you were very good with the saxophone? Or you're like, oh, makes sense?
I don't know how to answer that and not sound either self-deprecating or cocky, but
girl, sound cocky.
I did work hard on it. Like when I was 17, I was really good because I was auditioning for all these colleges, for all these scholarships, and I was playing for hours every day. So I know I worked hard to get there, and me and my dad didn't really start getting close until the past couple of years, like 4 years. So I think it is like a genetic thing, but also when we were getting closer, we were like, oh, we do so many things like similar. Yeah.
Oh my God.
We talk kind of similar, and it's funny when they're like, oh, you look just like your dad. I'm like, what you mean?
I'm like, I don't know. The beer is not on my.
Yeah.
So like for to give a little more context, I don't know. There's people like trying to get clues here and there. Of course, Roxy, as you see in the screen, is her last name is Nieto, and this is related to the daughter of a Kid Nieto, which is like I guess right now the highest saxophone player in the United States, maybe, or at least from the regional Mexican perspective, that's the name that is referred to saxophone. He is the man. He is the guy. On top of writing songs, on top of singing, on top of producing, he's a beast in the music industry. I do can say that. And it's funny that you mentioned this because, like, yes, 3 years ago, maybe, I was talking to your dad. We were helping him with some of his solo starting career. And I remember he was mentioned that about you, that you were like coming over here and he has this new connection with you. And something that got my attention is that he did mention that you were at school and that you were giving him tips on the saxophone part, that he didn't get it because I guess he was more lyric. He was more like, I know how to do this without like going to school. Yeah. Right. And then you went to school for that. So how was that? Like to teaching somebody like to me, like your dad is like, oh my God, he knows everything. Yeah. He's the saxophone guy. And then you come in and like, no, Dad, you're not doing this quite the best way. You're supposed to do this. Like, how was that?
I wasn't necessarily correcting him.
Okay.
He knows all the things, like the complicated theories and whatever. Like he can do them. It's just he doesn't know what they're called necessarily.
I see.
So I'll be like, oh, you're doing this, or maybe I would give him like ideas like for saxy. It was more bluesy and jazz, and he hadn't done that before. And I was really into jazz for a while, and I was thinking of like, instead of being a teacher, going for jazz, like for jazz music.
Yes.
But that's everything's hard, but that's super hard, especially at that school that I was at. It's a very prestigious school, and like
music.
Mm-hmm. And I love jazz still, and I listen to it all the time, and I listen to his music all the time. And so I think he's perfected what he does, and I just kind of gave him some more stuff. Yeah, so to build what he already does, because I could never make like the type of norteño music he does. It's really hard hitting and punchy.
Yes.
Like I hear it and I'm like, okay, that makes sense, but I can't just come up with that kind of thing that's like super catchy.
Does he help you? You know, you said that you kind of have a little bit of trouble writing it, right? Like putting it into like the feelings and actual words. He has such a strong personality with his music that you can tell right away, obviously, that he wrote it. Does he give you any tips? Does he help you throughout that? Or even, let's kind of switch it. Do you get like weird out when like people mention your dad? Or you're like, I don't want to like be too mixed in with him, you know? Because like there's some artists that they're like, I don't want to be compared to my dad.
I don't mind it at all, because that's why I have all these opportunities. Like, that's why I'm right here. I'm here right now. Mm-hmm. So I'm definitely, like, grateful for that. And I feel like you can compare us. We're still both musicians, and we're very different. Mm-hmm. Like, the way I play saxophone, very different. I recorded one song where I did play saxophone as well, and I sound like we have the same sax as well. We have the same equipment, but we sound so different. So I'm like, you can compare, but it's not like
the same.
Yeah, it's definitely different. And I don't mind it. Like, yeah, he is my dad. So
do you like to play? You say you play a couple of instruments. Which one's your favorite instrument?
Right now it's probably guitar, because it's just easy to start playing, and it sounds complete. Like, if I play sax, it's just a sax. Or if I sing, it's just my voice. But if I can play guitar, it sounds complete like that, and I can change the style, and it's really like versatile. So I can play a lot of types of things, which I can with sax as well, but I think my favorite right now is guitar.
And also kind of makes sense in the way that you're singing now. Mm-hmm. So you need to have your voice, your lungs open for your voice instead of doing the saxophone, which with the guitar, of course, you're playing the guitar with your hands and you're able to communicate or sing with of course, your other instrument, which is your voice. How was your dad, when you were telling your dad, like, things like, okay, now you're doing this is how I call it, and he's now perfectioning those things, was he open to it? Or he was a little bit like, wait,
hesitant,
yeah, I'm Kid Nieto. I think I know what I'm doing.
Nieto. Yeah. But no, he was open to it. He knows he knows he's good, okay. Right?
Yeah, of course.
And nothing I give him is ever like, oh, this is bad, or you need to fix this.
Yes.
It's more just like giving him more stuff to work with. So I hope not. I hope he wasn't.
No.
It's just constructive criticism.
Right. And like constructive to build more, like a bigger range. So I don't think he was.
Like, how is like to produce with him? How is to like, because I remember he mentioned something, and I want to get it right, that you were giving him a little more advice into the people now, the kids now, or the young people now, they are saying this or talking about this, and he was kind of like listening your advices to like come out with like the lyrics or the story on the song. Like, is that correct? Did I get it right?
Yeah, sort of. Like, I'm obviously quite a bit younger than him, and I'm online more, so I see like, oh, this is something like stuff that I deal with that I've written about and have him like polish and make it sound good. Like, I see other people deal with the same things, and they feel like it makes me feel not alone. So I'm like, oh, this type of stuff you're singing about, mostly everyone, but everyone has felt this. So that helps it tie into like, and I'm sure older people too, but this is what I see from like online,
of
from
course,
people my age.
On your algorithm is what is showing your algorithm.
Yeah. We're a little bit chronically online. Are you chronically online?
It depends. It does depend.
Like, it depends on the day.
It does depend on the day. If I got nothing to do, then I am
scrolling.
Mm-hmm. But
oh my God, me too, girl. It's okay. What do you say are your biggest inspirations? I know you're not like defined with one genre in specific, but who do you say you're most inspired by in and in what way?
I'm inspired by like Jenny Rivera because
Okay.
she had a really strong personality, strong voice,
Okay.
and she wasn't considered like the most perfect supermodel at the time. Even though I look at her now, I'm like she's so beautiful. But I understand like at that time she might have not been like the
Shouldn't
perfect
fit the standard.
Yeah. So I admire that about her and her voice. Like I admire a lot of musicians and singers for being themselves and like unapologetically themselves, but also kind. Like you don't have to be what someone has like tells you to be, and I feel like that's a lot of women deal with that. Like you feel like you have to be perfect or say the perfect thing, or even if you say the same thing, could not come across as like like aggravating. I don't.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think in the music industry in general, women are very, like, they're put under, like, a microscope. You know what I'm saying? They're watched in their every move, not as much as men, I think. So, personally, I don't know. I don't know what my friend over here, Danny, thinks, but...
I mean, definitely. I think in so many ways, regional music industry is
This music is very male focused.
Yes,
like there's no woman right now that is like the top of the norteño scene
as the level or like Jenny Rivera was at her moment. Yeah, right now there's no one. There's a lot of talent. There's a crazy amount of talent. It is, but they hasn't like getting into that level of fame. I wish, definitely. I mean, you are in that way for what I believe, and that is amazing. What is like but in the radio, like I remember it was the same thing. Talking about ratings, one of the main thing was to win the guy audience. Like if you get the guy audience, you will be winning on the ratings.
radio.
Yes,
Right.
the measurements. So yeah, that is true. I do agree with that. But like I said, there's people with a lot of talent and people that had a lot of talent that is not just being the pretty face on the stage. They have a great talent and they put in the talent in different aspects of the industry. And what I'm going with this is that I saw you recently in one of your posts on Instagram in a whole day on the production side, and you were recording your dad. I don't know, he was singing on playing the saxophone, and then the last thing that you did was recording the drums. Is this something that you are discovering, or that was also part of something that you learned at school?
Which part?
The production part,
The
like
production?
because you're
I
there
didn't-
like peak. It's like, okay, we need to add in more volume to the drums, and we need to like fix this and that. I don't know if you're like sitting on the software and like, okay, we're gonna fix this note over here. I don't know if you're doing that already.
That super complicated, and I could not do it by myself at all, or even partially. Like the sound producer Jorge, he's very patient with me, and he showed me like the basics. So I can do the basics, but like the mastering, I can't do any of that.
But the main thing is, what are you hearing?
Right. With that was new for me. So in school, I'm playing real time. I don't hear it again. It's only one and done, and
Correct.
you keep going. And that's very different. Like you forget if you messed up, or if you did, it might be intentional. It's very like you can't rewind.
Yeah.
You know? With this, it's very repetitive. You're listening exactly all these pieces, and it was new for me. Like I felt kind of like I felt nervous to say, oh, can you do this instead? Because
Wow.
the musicians that are playing, like Pablo, he was doing drums for us for
Yes.
the first album. He's so talented, and I admire that. He's very, very talented. He can do like any genre, and it's just it was one day I was like, oh, can you do this instead? I felt so guilty. I was like, it's super.
But you're
good.
the producer.
Co-producer.
Okay,
But-
co-producer.
But for my dad, when he's talking to me, he's like, no, do this instead. And I'm like, okay. And I don't feel, I'm not.
Disrespected.
Right. I'm like, okay, I'll just fix it real quick. But when I do it, I feel like I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. And he's like, oh, it's fine. Like,
But it's not like they were wrong. It's just like you think
yeah.
this other, I don't know exactly what was the correction that you were doing or what is the correction that you're going to do in a drummer. But I guess
it's hard to say what I'm hearing in my head to what I'm trying to put, like, to literally make. Yeah.
I feel like there's a TikTok there of a guy making with a synthesizer, a guy making a song and somebody is telling him like, doom, doom, dun, 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 dun. And then the guy's like, dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, that's the one. And they go like that. So I guess it's something like that you're like, you have to tell him like, pa, 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 pa. And
yeah, I don't know what, because I knew, like, I was working to teach kids and I learned all these things and everything went out the window. I was like, oh, right here, I don't know. You know best. And I was like, try it again. Because I just couldn't figure it out. But that, like, singing it and then putting it into music, my dad and I are really good at that. So for one of his songs, Nadie te ama así,
yes,
I had heard the chorus of it first. And then he was like, okay, we need an intro for it. So I just sang the intro. The first thing I thought of, he was like, okay, that's good. I was like, wait, no, let me fix it. He was like, no, the first one's always the best. And he just recorded it on his phone and he played it.
Oh my God.
And it was like, it was perfect. And I was like, okay, that's easy. But that's easy because I feel like we're very, like, on the same wavelength.
Yes.
So I think that helps that we're, like, so similar in that way. So that part's easier. But he'll do the same for me. Like, I forgot which song it was, but we couldn't get, like, the accordion right or something. So I played it on the piano instead so they could hear it instead of us singing it.
Yeah.
And it was fine. Like, he sang it. He was like, yeah, there it is.
That's
So
the tone.
Yeah. So that was easier.
Are you like, you can read music, right?
Yeah.
Is this something that you can share with another musicians, like, or at least in the studio, like with the drummer, you have to like write the music for the drummer, or is more like, okay, this sound like.
For the drums, usually whoever's doing it, we have very talented musicians, so they can just do it and it sounds perfect. Or I'll just say, oh, you know this vibe, you know this song. Like, I remember one time, I think it was like, you know, Leave the Door Open by Bruno Mars, and it starts like, and it's like really cool.
And that was the vibe that you're trying to get to that song.
So they'll understand, like, oh, it's like this kind of cool thing, and they know what they're doing, like whatever it's called.
That's amazing.
I never got to that part of school where I know all the drum parts, like what they're called, but I know what it sounds like.
Yeah, musicians are amazing. Like get into
truthfully.
the vibe of this. Were you like wishing you have this connection with your dad earlier, or this might be the best time, the perfect time to do it? You know, like it was meant to be that 4 years ago you guys have this connection.
I think it was meant to be. Like, everything happens in its own time, and now I'm not like a teenager or a child, like trying to get to know like my dad in that way. I'm more knowing him as like I'm your child, but I'm an adult already.
Correct.
I have these experiences and I get to talk to you and get to know you like as you are right now, you know. And I'm glad, like, I wasn't like comparing myself to him when I was super into saxophone and super like, I need to get into this college, I need to get this scholarship and be perfect and better than everyone. And I wasn't, but I was definitely working hard all the time, and I don't think that would have been like the best for me to compare myself to.
You think you would have compared yourself to back then, like when you were younger, to him? Yeah. Like you weren't ready for like the level of communication that you are now with him.
Yeah, because right now it's way more comfortable. I'm not like
Like he
Well,
respects you as an adult.
He does, yeah, and he does know that. Like he respects me as a musician as well. Like
Right.
I have this whole other experience that he necessarily didn't have. So I feel like that's good for us too. And he's like letting me do my own thing with my own music. So if I need help, he'll help me. But I'll go to the studio and he's like, okay, I'll see you
Does
later.
he
Like,
try to push you into like a certain genre, or he's just like whatever feels natural for you?
He's like, yesterday he was like, you gotta pick something. I was like, do I?
Big one.
Yeah, no, but I like so many different genres. Like I like norteño music, but I'm not necessarily the best like to come up with it. I like this like more chill vibe of music and like the guitar picking style that I like. I don't necessarily strum, like I'll pick each string. Like I like that sort of thing.
Okay.
And it's very different than what he does. Like he takes like the music that in that style and he turns it norteño. And then
Right.
with my most recent song, I took one of his songs that was norteño, I turned it to my style. And I feel like there's fans for both of those things, so I can like cater to that.
Right. Well, when you said Jenny Rivera, I was not expecting that. I mean, not that it was like you can't like Jenny Rivera, but like to me, I was thinking, I was like, she's gonna say like something, like Lana, or like a little bit more chill vibe. Would you ever consider like going into banda, something like that, like or doing music like Jenny?
I would. I used to play the clarinet, and I would love to like, sing, yeah. But I was like to listen to.
Well,
like, they're
listen or
very-
make.
Yeah, I would listen to it, and I'm like, that's really hard stuff they're doing. Like,
Yeah.
and going to a school which is very like, this is very, I don't know how to describe it, but
Like perfectionist.
yes. And our type of music is not necessarily perfectionist, but it's very hard, and like, there's a lot of complex things that are going on that,
Yeah.
you know,
There's
it's
a lot
not-
of instruments in the back.
and it takes a lot to make it sound good and not like just noise. Because
Right.
I've heard musicians like that are really good individually, and then together it doesn't
Not the
meld.
same.
But I would like to do music like that. Like for karaoke, that's the type of music I'll sing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But now I feel like
I would love
can't-
to hear you sing something like that. Honestly, that would be so cool.
Maybe. I feel weird because I don't want to be that person that does karaoke, but I do music legitimately. So I got to sing a little off, so I'm not like trying
Copying.
to. Yeah, because I want to have fun, because that is fun to me.
Yeah.
But also I like to sound good, you know.
For sure. I just didn't.
You were not
I
expecting
didn't
that.
mean to put you like in a box, but like I obviously you get to know people and you're like, I did not expect you to like Jenny Rivera. Honestly, I would honestly, like I said, I would love to hear you sing that type of music. That would be really cool. And especially because you have, I mean, I know we keep like bringing up your dad. I don't mean to,
No, it's
be
okay.
repetitive, but you have such a strong base, I think, to continue in this industry, honestly, and like obviously like the support of your dad that's a musician already, and I don't know, I think it'd be really cool, honestly, if you sung something like that. I'm not biased, obviously, but I mean it'd be cool.
Yeah, I really like. It's very like it's the stuff you grew up listening to too. Like I really like that, and it just feels like I don't necessarily need to pick one thing. Maybe I do, but I want to be able to also like sing English songs and in different genres. Like a lot of things inspire me, and I have a lot of ideas, and they're not necessarily all in the same line.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I think that's for a well-rounded artist. I think that's true for many. I don't mean to compare you, maybe because I have him fresh in my mind, but like Raúl Alejandro. I don't know if you listen to anything like that, but I think he's like a well-rounded artist. Like he does like a lot of, like he plays with like a lot of sounds
He
and
does.
and
The two things I thought of, tú con él,
yes,
and then
yes.
todo de ti.
Todo
That
de
one was
ti,
fun.
yes,
It's like
yes,
pop
yes.
and like dance music.
Yeah, but it's still very like you can tell it's him.
Mhm.
Like the intros and the outros that he plays, it's like a very niche thing that he does. And I think maybe that's what you're trying to do, like playing with like producing behind the scenes and stuff like that? I don't know, maybe it is hard for you, but maybe that's what you're trying to do a little bit.
It is hard because I have like no
Previous knowledge?
no, I can do anything like with it. I have like options, you know.
Right.
And that's kind of like options are very overwhelming sometimes. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I'll listen to like songs and I'll be like, okay, this is the kind of vibe I want. I try and take inspiration from multiple things.
So if I were to ask, or like if your dad were to ask you again today, like pick one, what would you choose like right now in this very second, this very moment?
I'd probably pick like a R&B, slower,
Okay.
chill music, like the two songs that I
Like
have
the one
out.
that you're making kind of right now.
Yeah, because it's just like when I find myself in my room just playing stuff, that's the type of music I'll play.
Nice.
I'm not thinking like rancheras or,
Of course.
even though there's certain times I am, but most of the time I always go back to that kind of vibe.
What do you
Chilling.
think of the new album from Justin Bieber? Do you like it? It's a little bit R&B soul.
I haven't listened to Justin Bieber since Somebody to Love.
True.
I need
Okay.
somebody.
Yeah.
That's pop music too.
Yeah.
And like I like that.
Well, you should listen to it if you like R&B and soul like that. Like I think that's a good like representation of what he used to want to do. Like very
yeah. I like also like K-pop, and
Okay.
something that like the biggest band BTS I think is the biggest right now.
yeah.
Or they were. They each do their own music like individually, and one of them is like very R&B, very into that, and he did like collabs with Erykah Badu, and a lot of like his genre is totally different than BTS music, you know. And even within BTS, they have different genres as well, like rap, pop. They did one that's very like Spanish style. And I admire that too. And they can like branch out and do a bunch of different stuff.
You know, I think I've listened to like 3 songs from BTS, but what other artists from R&B? Like what's your go-to R&B artist that you're like I like them?
I don't know if I have a go-to. I don't know if they're considered R&B, but I like Keshi. You know Keshi? He's from Houston. He's
Okay.
Vietnamese. He does like that kind of slow pop, but also like very intricate like guitar as well.
Okay.
I like that music a lot, and he has a very like peaceful voice. Like it sounds easy to listen to.
We need to check it out.
Yeah, I haven't heard of him.
Is music helping you to know your dad better?
I think so in ways, because I don't want to use that. I don't want it to be the only thing we have in common, because for him, I imagine a lot of people only want to talk to him about music because that's his thing.
Yeah.
You know? But I also like try to get to know him as
As a regular
Keith,
guy.
not Keith Nieto.
Yes.
Just Keith.
just kid. And I mean, I wonder like if that helps, because in many ways, like I didn't grow up with my dad either. Like, and I reconnect with him, maybe already in my 30s, and about 4 years before he died. And like I was trying to hurry and know him more, and starting to get pieces from here there. Like I remember like the first year that I was like, okay, I'm going to know now. Like I want to know now, because for many years I was like, I don't care. I don't need to know. Like I have my family from my mom's side, and that's enough. That's everything that I need. But I was in a hurry to know. So it was like asking and hearing. And I remember like taking notes. Okay, these many brothers and sisters, this like trying to get that. So like, I don't know if that's like something that you also trying to do to know him better and connect with him, or it's just the music so easy that at the end connects you guys in a deeper way.
Well, for me, I grew up with my mom and stepdad, so I wasn't necessarily missing out on this like complete perfect family, like having both parents in that way. So I grew up like with a dad, and like I appreciate that a lot. And I wasn't like we didn't really talk about him that much, and it wasn't like I was dying to
Connect.
yeah. It just was like I have my life here, and I feel complete. Like I'm not missing something, you know.
Correct.
And it's now that I know him, it's not like it's just like I have another parent, and I have just more, you know. It's not like filling in something missing. It's just
that's
adding.
amazing. That's
And
amazing.
I do feel like music does connect us. Like I'm the only one of his kids, I'm pretty sure, that is musically like into music like that and like him. I think, for this. And it's like funny because we did only know each other recently, and we're so alike in that way.
That's amazing. That's amazing. We're kind of running out of time, but like I cannot let you go without asking you, what is for you, what it represents for you, for your career, be part of Azteca Records, a company that, of course, kind of like grow by the side of your dad in so many ways, and now you're becoming part of this company as well. What it represents for you as an artist?
For me, I feel really grateful and also like surprised that like I was accepted and to be a part of this and to be like one of their artists. It's very like I don't know how to like not real. So I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when my
so it's surreal for you,
Yeah.
like, oh my God, really?
when my manager had texted me, she was like, "Do you want to do a podcast?" I was like, "A podcast?" I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." I forget, like I'm doing every day-to-day things, doing my homework, like going to school, doing everything, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm
an artist."
Yeah, and I'll write music, and it's not clicking to me. I'm like, I'm a part of something very like important and that has grown a lot. Like I remember when I was a kid, and I would go like maybe I would like go to one of their shows, and I would know they would talk about it. I'm like, oh okay, I know what that is, and then now I'm like a part of this big thing.
Yes.
It is surreal.
How much do you have left for school? Like when do you graduate?
Shoot, I should have. it's one of those things where it's like they keep canceling classes. I have like two classes left, and I'm like, okay, am I gonna stay at this place forever? Like, can I do it somewhere else?
Yeah.
I'm most of the way done with what I want to do, so I might want to go to law school.
Okay.
Oh wow,
That's like a 180 turn.
Right, from music. I'm not doing music school anymore. I stopped, but that's something like that's important to me. That's why I wanted to be a teacher, so I could help someone and also use music to help them and like grow. But I don't know, it kind of took the fun out of music, so now I'm separating these two things. Like I can do my passion here, and then I can also help people in a way.
You can
that's
explore
like,
two different things. Yeah, completely. I completely agree.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Roxy, thank you very much for joining us today. We really, really loved this conversation. It was so nice to know you more, and of course to understand your music process this way. So I don't know if you have another single coming up, if you have anything else that you want to share with the audience, where they can find you on social media as well.
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok. It's Roxy Nieto or Roxy Nieto 02. I have stuff I've written and I'm recording, but not necessarily have a date that'll come out.
All right.
But for sure, I have more stuff coming.
Awesome. That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you very much for joining us today. Luisa Fernanda Quintana.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Roxy, for joining us today and giving us a little glimpse of your life, of your artistic life. I hope you keep thriving. I'm sure you will. Come back anytime and see us again.
Yes, every time you're in town, stop by.
Yeah. And you can find me like Luisa Fernanda in all of my social media platforms. Also, make sure to check us out on our Instagram, Platicando con el Podcast, and on YouTube, Platicando con el Podcast, and make sure to subscribe, turn on that little bell, and give us a like. We're live every Monday at 7 p.m.
That is correct. Also, we are on the streaming platforms with Spotify and iTunes. You can subscribe also and listen a new episode every Monday at 4. And thank you very much to Mayra Laguara Radio in production. Thank you very much for Ramon Ramirez in the editing and the recording. Thank you to Azteca Records, our home. I'm Daniel Franco, también conocido como El Chorizo. You find me on Instagram as ChorizoDFW, and I hope you have a very wonderful day. Thank you, Roxy Nieto.